institutional-grade trading software engineered for the retail trader.
TruTrade AI reveals the best-kept secret of the hedge fund world. None of the large hedge funds enter orders manually. This is critical information that you must be made aware of if you want to be a successful day trader. All of them use algorithms to get in and out of markets with a level of speed and efficiency humans just simply cannot compete with. The harsh reality is that if you are still clicking a mouse to scalp the financial markets, you are playing a game you have very little chance of winning. To turn your trading around, you need to use the same technology that billion-dollar institutions have been using to exploit price action for the last decade. With TruTrade's cutting-edge automated trading software, you can level the playing field and start entering and exiting trades with surgical precision and rapid-fire speeds, and start taking advantage of technology the large institutions have been using for years. Only recently has this technology trickled down to the retail market. We now have retail trading platforms with enough firepower to actually run sophisticated dynamic algorithms that react to market data as the session unfolds from a laptop anywhere in the world. Most traders inherently realize they are at a major disadvantage compared to the large financial institutions with nearly unlimited technology and financial resources. Here at TruTrade, our sole purpose is to deliver the same technology to the retail traders so they can trade with the same advantages the large hedge funds have. Our most popular scalping bot, Market Ripper, uses the same institutional-grade rapid-fire price action scalping technology used by many large institutions to scalp the open and close of the US cash session and the Tokyo and London Open. Our highly advanced trading software allows you to enter and exit in milliseconds and trade multiple instruments of financial markets simultaneously. Trade futures, forex, and equities all from the same platform with TruTrade's industry-leading automated trading technology. Traders using a mouse to enter and exit orders are referred to as liquidity providers amongst the industry elite because they always are one step behind and generally get their orders filled as the large institutions are exiting their trades and thus providing the liquidity the hedge funds need to exit their trades profitably while constantly being late to the party. TruTrade has brought the same technology from Wall Street to Main Street and has single-handedly changed the landscape for the retail trading sector by providing retail traders with the institutional-grade firepower they need to successfully take on the financial markets. Our most popular bot, Market Ripper, is a high-end rapid-fire scalping bot that uses the same price action tracking and order routing process many of the nation's top hedge funds are currently using to exploit short-term inefficiencies in the financial markets. With Market Ripper, you'll be able to harness the power of lightning-fast price action scalping to take your trading to the next level overnight. Market Ripper, our most popular scalping bot, uses institutional-grade price action scalping technology to deliver lightning-fast executions with multiple entries, exits, and break-even plus X stops that lock in profits as the trade moves in your favor. Market Ripper uses up to 3 different entries to take partial profits quickly while simultaneously giving the trade room to run. Entries 1 and 2 have static targets, X ticks from the entry price. Entry 3 is given room to run until the true wrinkle bars reverse color against the trade, allowing the user to capture the entire momentum swing. The global version also includes our proprietary real-time risk management add-on, DRAM, which is an acronym for Dynamic Risk Adjustment Module. TruTrade's DRAM uses the most advanced dynamic risk adjustment technology currently available to retail traders. DRAM gives traders the ability to adjust the position size of the next trade after a losing trade and to also adjust the width of the OCO bracket exit orders from the fill price in real time as the session unfolds. This allows the bot to not only survive during low volatility periods, but also to rapidly recoup any losses that occur during consolidation periods. The global version also includes our industry-leading global P&L add-on that allows traders to run multiple instances of the bot that share the same cumulative P&L targets. So for example, if you're running 3 instances of the bot on 3 different instruments and their combined profit is 5,000 on the session, and you have a global P&L profit target of 5K, it will flatten all open positions and disable the trade on all the bots running at that time until the trader manually restarts each bot in the network. This bot also includes time filters that allow the user to run it during predetermined time windows to ensure that the bot is only taking trades during the most opportune times when both volatility and liquidity are at the highest points of the session. Market Ripper also includes our proprietary Smart Lines technology that will dynamically draw trend lines on the chart automatically, letting you know when a trend has changed direction based on the price action structure. In addition to the trend lines, Market Report also includes our background color trend indicator that tells you exactly when to turn the bot on and in which direction to take the trade. This technology allows anyone with even the most basic trading knowledge to become a successful scalper due to the bot's execution speed combined with cutting-edge dynamic trend indicators telling you exactly when to engage the bot. To get started, please book a sales consultation via the calendar in the member dashboard.
Institutional grade trading software engineered for the retail trader.
Okay, hi Dan. So let's go ahead and do this overview. I'm curious to see how this product works.
Okay, let's go over a few specific things. How long you've been trading?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. And do you primarily trade in the morning or the afternoons, or when do you primarily trade?
I generally trade the open and the close, primarily scalp at ES and NQ.
I see. And when you say scalp, are you, how many contracts or lots are you trading? Are you trading multiple targets? Kind of explain a little bit on how you're trading, so I can.
Okay, so right now I typically trade 2 lots. And I want to go for a few trades, get up, $500,000, whatever, try to hit my target. But I'm having difficulty being consistent with my trading. That's basically the primary reason for my call is that I know how to read price action. I know how to make money in the markets, but I can't. So I believe this technology will allow me to just get filled significantly faster and be much more consistent with my trading. So in other words, I have the basics down, but I believe this technology would allow me to be significantly more profitable and much more consistent. So mainly it's a consistency problem that I'm having.
Sure. And have you ever traded with a automation or a bot before, or is?
No. So right now I currently use TradeStation. I know NinjaTrader seems to be technologically superior, but I've never actually used the product to run automation before.
Right. So, using NT8 in comparison to TradeStation, I started out utilizing TradeStation as my software for many years, and then it just took me a few days to really understand. NinjaTrader is very intuitive for somebody to understand how to trade. When we use automation within the NinjaTrader platform, it's relatively simplistic. Is that we're only using a portion of the platform to begin with. Loading up the software, engaging a strategy, and or the bot just takes a few minutes, and adjusting our target sizes, our tick ranges, and everything is just a few minutes. I would say inside of 4 or 5 days of consistently using NinjaTrader, you should be pretty proficient within the software.
Okay, so can you show me how you actually load up and run one of these products on this platform?
Right, so once you receive the download from support and you receive a license key, it's very, very simple. You'll come in here and then you'll load up your bot. You'll double click the bot here. It will load up down here in the properties. You're going to double click this. You're going to put in your license key here, and you enable the bot here, and it will load the bot. So this one here I already have on. So what I'll do, I'll just disable this here. So as you can see here, the chart, you must have the chart trader on. You can have it hidden, but as long as you have it activated. So when you have the chart trader on, you enable the bot, and then it will load up the chart trader functionality here. As you can see here, we're in backtest mode, which allows us to actually understand the bot and how accurate the bot is, and if we need to adjust our bar sizes, if we need to adjust our tick ranges. This is a good way of doing that, which is why we engineered the backtest mode inside of all of our automations.
Okay, so this backtest mode, is it plotting historical fills? Is that what those lines are on the chart?
Yes, they're historical fills. You can see here that we're on a live market. This is the live market on the NQ. here. This is just, as you can see, the bot's running here. I do have it in backtest mode. So when we want to see the bot, when we're in backtest mode in a live market, we're going to want to always come in here and reload the bot as we're in our backtest mode here, and it will store the most recent historical fills here if it did in fact take a trade here. It's still loading, so just give it one second here.
Okay, quick question. So are those green lines, those are the winning trades, correct? And the pink line looks to be the loser?
Yeah, so let's break that down real quick. I'm just trying to get you acclimated to what we're seeing here. So again, there's a let me take this off here because it's so the way that I have the bot set up to trade now, and let me just walk you through that real quick before I get into my presentation. It'd probably be a little bit easier for you to understand. So in Market Ripper, it's designed for scalping, but you can also, trade this. You can swing trade it, scalp it. You can utilize it over larger bar sizes, smaller bar sizes. But in this illustration, we're going to discuss how we trade, a smaller bar size. This particular bar size here is a Ninja Rinko. It's a 25, so it's a 20 and a 5 size, and primarily, you can trade up to 3 targets. So right now I have all 3 targets engaged here, as you can see. So we have the first target at 3 contracts, the second target at 1 contract, and the third target at 1 contract. And you can actually set this just to have 1 target, 2 targets, or 3 targets. And you can adjust the tick ranges within each target here. So a really good way to trade Market Ripper would be to always front load the bot of how we have it. And what I mean by front loading, it's not really an industry standard term, but what we mean by front loading is that when, we'll just use this for an illustration here, as the bot entered the market here, your first target was hit at 8 ticks at a 3 contracts or a 3 lot. So you've unwound your first target, which makes this trade here, it's free money here. So there's no risk. It's risk free here as we're unwinding 3 lot here. We have 1 contract that's running, and as you can see here, it took us out right here. And again, you'll see this
okay,
over.
So hold on. So the third entry, that's exiting on the color change, correct? That's your runner.
On the color change, as well as price action, momentum, and then we have volatility that's built inside of this bot. So yes, it does change on the color, but there's a multitude of other data that's calculated when it goes to enter or exit positions.
Okay, so just to clarify, basically the premise here is that we're going to enter multiple times on the price action break or whatever the algorithm is doing, but we're going to take the bulk of the money off the table as soon as target 1 is hit, so that even if we get whipsawed, we still make money. So that's what's happening on the trade before that, where it went long and then it stopped and reversed and went shorts. And you can see, I think it hit the target 1 on both of those, and then so that way, even if the breakout has no follow through and you front load target 1, you're still making money even if it abruptly reverses. And then with the stop and reverse, it will go the other way and take the profit on that side. So that's what makes the bot so consistent. That's what yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Right. So, no, that's a good assessment. So what sets TruTrade apart is that our foundation is based out of over price action, momentum, and volatility of the market. So when we code bots or when we're trading as a professional trader, we all trade roughly almost the same way. We're utilizing price action. We're taking consideration, obviously, momentum, and volatility is where we make our money. So when we overlay that onto a strategy, specifically Market Ripper, it allows us to really calculate and to really be very consistent. And what I mean by that is when we're able to understand price action and trade it automatically, we're able to have very specific rules that are consistent throughout the day. So let me point something out to you. Again, this is the live market, and I'm showing you a consolidation market on purpose because this is where TruTrade and Market Ripper thrives. Anybody can show you a bot or a system that makes money while it's running, but let's go ahead and let's discuss what sets us apart. So this is
you can see even in that tight zone, sorry to interrupt, but even in that tight zone, you can see that the bot still does very well, even though the
sure,
defined direction.
Sure, because because as traders, we always want to defend our positions. We all want to take as minimal risk as possible, and as traders, we want to minimize our risk. So when we trade, no matter if we're using price action over a very large bar size or time frame or a smaller time frame, it's all going to be relative to the chart that we're trading. So here it's a relatively small chart on the NASDAQ, but you can see here that you don't see any, let me go ahead and just remove this so you can see, but you'll see here, here's a loss right here. That's one of our runners, but technically it's really not a loss because we're taking 3 off at 8 ticks here. So we probably lost a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, we took these moves here. But let's go back to the illustration that I was talking about. So you'll see here that there's absolutely no losses here. And how could that be? We're trading in such a tight frame here. How is that possible? Well, it's because, again, we're utilizing price action, and we're utilizing momentum and volatility. So when you're able...
Also, though, with automation, you're going to have millisecond execution speed. So if a human were to try to go in there, there's no way me trading by hand as a manual trader would be able to get fills that quickly and get targets placed that quickly to be able to capture that size of the move. But with automation, I'll be able to consistently do that, and that's really what brings me this product. It's mainly because as skilled traders, anyone with experience, we can read these charts and we can discern, where the high probability entries are going to be and where the targets are likely to be placed, for the best into the exits. But what we have the ability to do is, like, for example, if you go over to that spot there at 1203, that little tight consolidation, if I were trying to trade that by hand, I would just skip those trades. I wouldn't even mess around in that little tight zone because I'd be unable to actually click the mouse, enter with the chart trader, get the fills, place the stops, place the targets before it moved out of that zone.
Right.
In other words, with automation, that's my main thing, is that I know how to trade successfully with price action, but I realized that particularly in the last few years, markets, the same price actions have worked for a long time, but it's getting harder and harder to actually get the orders entered and get filled and place stops and targets and basically react fast enough as a manual trader, particularly with non-time-based bars, like with these Renko bars, et cetera, where they're basically a static size and they give very clean price action sets on the chart. But because they can print so quickly, it's very difficult to keep up with these as a manual trader. So that's where I believe the automation will have a substantial edge, because I will be able to not only never miss a trade, but I will get significantly lower slippage, and I'll actually be able to capitalize on these smaller consolidations because I'll be able to get my orders filled fast enough to actually do that. That's what you're doing here, right? That's what TruTrade is doing, is that they're basically allowing me as a retail trader to be able to capture those movements with the speed and efficiency that the large investment banks and hedge funds are using, where they're using order routing technology that we retail guys don't have, right? That's what you're talking about in your advertisements on how you guys are utilizing this
well, it's
now being sold to us retail guys.
That's a port.
I can kind of elaborate on that, because that's mainly what drew me to this company, is that, like I said before, I'm not a novice trader. I know how to trade, but I want to do it better. I know there's a better way. I know that if I use machine execution, I can make significantly more money. I can trade multiple entries simultaneously at much lower drawdowns, and I'll be able to actually get in and out fast enough to take advantage of these small consolidations and actually make money in all market environments. So go ahead and kind of if you could explain to me how does TruTrade allow me as a retail trader to get in and out quick enough to actually capitalize on those small swings?
Right. So at TruTrade, there's a misconception out there in regards to when you purchase an automation. There's a few questions that everyone always asks. One of them is, how much does it make at the end of the week, or how much does it make at the end of the month? These are questions that traders ask that are untrained, and they have a conception that the automation is there just to trade all day and you set it and forget it. And it couldn't be furthest from the truth. When you have a independent or a singular automation and or strategy, they're used as a pocket knife. So if you're using a scalping bot, you use the bot to scalp whatever market you're in, whether it be the US Open, mid-morning reversal, US close, gold pit open, crude pit open, London open, Asia open, what have you. When you're trading a single automation, you want to always make sure that you're ripping profits and then the bot turns off. Everybody always wants to hear about buying a bot and they want to just leave it on, and at the end of the day they want to make money, but that is not how the real world works. That's not how real automation works. So in regards to TruTrade, we try to set the tone properly, and we give the power to the trader, but also the trader has to have a little, a reservation about them. So when they have their daily goals in their manual trading, it's the same rules that apply when you're trading a single bot. So when you're trading, let's say Market Ripper in the morning, and you have a $15,000 account, you're trading a 3 contracts, and you're loaded, and you just ran up and hit, a $550, $650 winner. You're going to come up here and you're going to hit flat, and then you should be done for the day. Market Ripper did its job. 9 times out of 10, you're going to do that. And that's what we try to relay to our clients in regards to how to trade. Now, we took it a step further, and when there's a portion of our clients that are not skilled in price action. So what we did was we took it a step further, and then we built in a way of how to identify consolidation. And this is where most clients or most traders, 95% of them, lose money, because when the market opens, we don't know if the market's going to run when it opens. We don't know if it's going to consolidate when it opens. So let's just pretend that it's consolidating. Well, most traders already lose a bunch of money before the market actually is able to expand. So while it's in the consolidation period, we don't know how to keep pace with the market. So this is why we added the Market Ripper E-mini product and the Market Ripper Pro product. This new package that we have here, as you can see here, the bot doesn't utilize or trade with these visuals, but what this allows us to do is it's very, very simple. So as we have a background color of green here, what we would do is we would come in here and we would arm the bot to the upside. And we would click the button over here. If it was armed, it would have long or short up here.
So can you turn off backtest mode and show me how that would actually look in a real trading scenario?
Sure. Okay, so now we have the bot armed. Let's say that we would have turned the bot on here. We would have went, bot's always on, we would have went long. Now the bot's armed. So what we're doing here is we're really, Market Ripper is really telling you, hey, turn the bot on before the move happens. Okay, so now that we turned the bot on, the nice thing about Market Ripper is that it actually is going to televise what we think the next move is going to be. So not only do we have automation, but now we have a system that's literally suggesting when we should turn the bot on. So it's very intuitive. So never before has there been a system where it allows us a preconceived notion before the trade starts to run than until now. So let's just say that we turn the bot on here. We're waiting for the bot to agree to the long side. So you can see here is if I go ahead, actually I apologize, I don't have the backtest mode on. So when we turn the bot on here, we're waiting for this move here. So, and what I'll do is, and I think what I'm going to do is so you'll better understand it because it's hard without the backtest mode on, which is why I had it on before. Let's just go backwards real quick. This is a much better way to illustrate how the bot works. Okay, so let's just go backwards, and I can just scroll back anywhere we want. It doesn't really matter. Market Ripper does well in all markets, so it doesn't really matter what we show here. But this is a great area right here to show. So this is a perfect example here of, so we're consolidating here. Okay, so as soon as we have a background color of green, we can turn the bot on here. The bot won't engage until our algorithms agree, and there's a winner there again. We would have turned you would have taken a profit. You don't have to wait for your trade management to complete. Once you hit your daily goal, once you hit your goal, you can always come over here, click the flat button, and that banks your profit. The bot continues to stay armed, and what this does again is the bot will stay armed. So you could have left the bot on here. It would have taken a couple of wins and a couple of losses here. But what I always would like to do is if you're in a nice upward trend trade here, it's always good to, once you've taken this run here, it's always going to consolidate after you have a nice run like this. It just always happens this way. So it's good practice to always, when you're trading, to be very cautious. So when you're trading, so as soon as it turns green again and it breaks out of a very small consolidation or a pennant, so to speak, you can just turn the bot on again. So as soon as you have a defined little consolidation period, no matter how small that is, you can see how effective Market Ripper is. You just got that trade again. And again, we're not looking at this trade here, because we would have already made our money for the day as you're trading to this entire upside. Even though the bot trades very well, and yes, to answer your question, is automated, and yes, you can leave it on all day long. As you can see, you're taking almost no losses. That still does not take away of how we trade responsibly.
So what you're saying, hold on. So what you're saying is you basically leave the strategy enabled, but you leave the bot off until it breaks out, and then you engage it in the direction of the background color. So in other words, you're basically telling the user to use their discretion as to when to engage the automation.
Yes, so that's a good question. So let's just use this for an example. And again, we're still in NQ. It's still this morning here. So this is a great way. And let's say we're in consolidation here. So let's say we came in here and turned the bot on here. We wouldn't have taken this trade here, but we would have taken all of these wins, and you would have taken this trade all the way to the downside. So to answer your question here, once you've taken that trade, either it would have taken you out or you would have hit flat. Okay, so as it's starting to trade again, as a trader, you're expecting, okay, it's going to consolidate. So let's just let the market run a little bit. You want to see consolidation, because therefore, if you're identifying consolidation, you're going to make your first entry, it's above 95% when you're trading it this way. And yes, I did say 95%. And let me show you why. All you do in the market is wait for consolidation period. It doesn't matter the instrument. It doesn't matter the bar size. All we're doing is identifying a tight trading area. As soon as it breaks out of a tight trading area, we arm the bot here as the background is confluence, and this is your 95% trade here. Always you're going to hammer that trade. Now you have a stop and reverse functionality, which is just an amazing part of code that we have in Market Ripper and all of our automations. And you can see here that this trade is always about 95%. You can take that to the bank. This is one of my favorite trades here. So we crush a trade here, but what does Market Ripper do? It stops and reverses and takes us to the upside because, again, price action, momentum, and volatility took shape. So not only do we have a bot that's extremely intelligent, and not only do we have a bot that we can actually manually tell it when to go in to bring in a little bit of that human intuition in mind, we further implemented a stop and reverse functionality where as long as price action agrees, boom, you just took it to the upside here. And you can see here in a very short trading market, this is a consolidation period. And again, let's say we draw this consolidation again. So now we have a small consolidation period, and let's just say this is a great teaching moment here. Let's just say we engage the bot here. Well, there's no trade here. So it's no harm, no foul. It didn't run to the downside, but that's okay because we're trying to take high percentage trades. We're not trying to gamble and or take risks here. So it didn't work in our favor. That's okay. It's not a win or a loss, and it never broke here. So we're never arming the bot. And let's say we turn the bot on again here. Well, it never armed again. We won't even take these as wins, even though that they are. So you can go back and forth all day long and do this. So let's say we arm the bot again here. It would have taken these wins here. And again, you can always leave the bot on. You can see how well it does by leaving the bot on. But what I personally like to do, and we all trade differently here at TruTrade, but a great way to trade any of our scalping bots is to do this, is to trade 2 targets. This is a fantastic way to get started. And you can take a 2 lot here. We're going to go ahead and turn off the second entry, and we're going to trade to the third entry because that is our runner. So we're going to trade 2 contracts on our first target to 8 ticks and our 1 contract to the runner. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to enable the bot. And you'll see here now it's scalping. So now it's still scalping, and you're allowing the 1 to run here. Still very effective. You just scalped a trade here. That was another winner there. So this is a great way to scalp the market very effectively, still having a runner, but without trading a third target. And why is that important to say? It's important to say because what's the most important thing about trading a bot is front loading. So if you say, hey, Dan, I can't afford to trade 5 contracts, which is 3 contracts on the first target, 1 contract on the second target, and 1 contract on the third target. So most traders will just go ahead and just lower their contract size. Oh, I'll just trade a 1 lot. Well, what that does is it puts you at a massive disadvantage because it's not what we trade, it's how we trade. So if you can't trade a 5 lot, then what I would definitely do is say, hey, look, let's trade a 3 lot and then get rid of the third target. So that way we're still front loading at our bare minimum is 2 to 1. So we're taking our first target at 2 contracts at, let's say, at 8 ticks, and our third target, which is our runner, that will be 1 contract. Now, for those of you that cannot trade a 3 lot, which there are some that can't trade a 3 lot, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and start you off, and you can start off trading micros. So like the MES, you can trade. And I would start off with a 5 lot in MES. 3 lots on an 8 tick target, 1 lot on a 15 tick target. Roughly, these are just examples. And another 1 lot on your runner. And that's a great way of building your account up to speed where you can actually start to trade a 3 lot and then move up to a 5 lot. The most important thing is that you trade correctly. And sometimes, when you have a smaller brokerage account, that doesn't mean that we trade differently. We always want to go ahead and trade properly. And that is the proper way of trading, is to front load when we're scalping here. Now, again, you can always just trade 1 contract, and you can always just trade 1 target. And there's certain times that you can do that. But the moral majority of our clients the way that I trade, I'm explaining you the best way of how to take advantage of the bot, and the functionality would be to front load what you're seeing here. And this actually is a lot higher percentage than actually running the bot on timers when you're utilizing a individual bot.
Okay, so I have a quick question. I saw the videos. What is the difference between the E-mini and the Pro version?
Okay, so the E-mini is designed and optimized around the NASDAQ and the ES and basically the indices. That's what it's designed and optimized for. The Market Ripper Pro allows you to trade stocks. It allows you to trade Forex, and also allows you to trade the indices as well.
Okay, so basically the Pro version can trade anything, it's fully unlocked, and then the E-mini version is locked to the E-mini indices, the NQ, ES, YM, RTY.
That is correct.
Can I also trade the micros with the E-mini product?
You can trade the micros with any of the products, whether you purchase a global, whether you purchase the E-mini, the Market Ripper E-mini, or the Market Ripper Pro.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically the Pro is just a fully unlocked. They have the same functionality, the E-mini and the Pro, but the Pro can trade everything: stocks, futures, Forex, all contracts, whereas the E-mini will just trade the E-mini futures contracts and then their micro equivalents.
That is correct.
Okay, my other question was this. So now that we've talked about the E-mini and the Pro, what does the global have that the other versions don't have? What are the advantages of the global version?
Well, do you trade multiple instruments?
Generally not at the same time, no.
Right. So again, at TruTrade, we try to put our best foot forward. What makes us different? Well, there's many things that make us different here at TruTrade, but one of those is our integrity. And sometimes when we go to sell a product, the price is not relevant to what the client needs. So the reason why I asked you if you trade multiple instruments, because if you're not trading multiple instruments, then the global wouldn't be of value for you other than just, giving TruTrade more money. So it's important here that we always identify the client's needs and client's expectations and downside risk, and then we apply the proper automation to the client. This is why we don't have prices on the website. That we have dozens and dozens of strategies. We have dozens and dozens of types of automations that we are able to provide to the traders, and we just need to understand the client. But you did say at the beginning that you trade NASDAQ and you also trade the ES. So that being said, it's quite a bit less money for the Market Ripper E-mini. That would probably suit you for now. But if you might want to trade in the future, let me go ahead and just answer your question about the global. So the global is just a completely different beast. It has the same somewhat functionality in regards to the price action, in regards to momentum and volatility. That takes in consideration before it trades. The foundation is there. But what makes the global just fantastic is that it has timers that are built into the bot where you're able to trade multiple instruments. Now, this is where the timers start to get very interesting, is because with the Market Ripper Global version, you can take, let's say, Amazon, and let's say you can take crude oil, and you can take the NASDAQ and gold, and you can trade them, or as many as you like, as long as it's two or more instruments, and you can trade them all simultaneously. And what that allows you to do is trade the bot as a team. So let's say your daily goal, let's say you have an account of 50,000 and your daily goal is 2,000. And let's say Amazon, you just made $800. NQ, you just lost 400, and ES and crude took you to that 2,000 mark. As soon as all of your accounts in combination or together adhered to your rules and making your daily goal, all the bots would turn off. And why is this important? It's because when you're concentrating, let's say Amazon just shot up real quick, by the time, if you had to go hit flat, and by the time you looked at all the other instruments, you would have given up quite a bit of profit, or most likely you would have. I'm not saying it would be 100%, but we all know that you're looking at one chart. By the time you make a decision on the other one, you could have gotten out a hell of a lot sooner than you could have. So that's where that gets interesting there. So you're able to trade multiple instruments off of one P&L. So it's sharing one P&L, and you're utilizing all of your trades or all of your charts as one team. That's one positive. The second positive.
Okay, so you mean that, hold on. So you mean I can lower my risk by diversifying in multiple contracts, and it doesn't matter which contract or which instrument generates the bulk of the profit, as long as cumulatively my P&L, everything combined at the same time is greater than or equal to whatever my target is, they will all come off together. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be very powerful if you have a large account. Let's take, for example, I wanted to trade stocks, futures, and forex simultaneously. Then the global will be something that I would want.
Yeah. So again.
Yeah.
One second. Let me jump in here. So it's really important here that we always sell the correct bot at the initial sale, and this is why. If we sell the wrong strategy to the client, most of our clients come back 3 and 4 times in an 18-month period. So the reason why we're doing that is because we take the time on a screen share to actually identify what they actually need. So in your case, I would definitely recommend the Market Ripper E-mini. And then when you're ready to move up to the other ones, within a 6-month period, what we do is we just go ahead and we take the money that you've already spent, and then we apply it to the global version. And the reason why we do that is because we really want to see our clients grow. It's not about just extracting the maximum amount of dollars. It's the fact that we're actually providing real automation, so you can literally tip the scales in your favor and try and make money on a daily basis, if not 4 out of 5 days a week. As long as you're using the bot and you're using it in the way of how we want you to use it, you will be very, very successful. Now, whether it's $300 a day or $50,000 a day, it's all relative to the trader that's trading. Most importantly,
right, it's all based on the account size.
Yeah, but most importantly, as simplistic as this looks, and I didn't go into a lot of other things that it does here, which I will, because we got tailed off in a question here. But as simplistic as this looks, this is very, very damning to the market. You can see here that this trade played out. So when we were talking, you noticed earlier I drew the circle because it took us. This was a complete risk-free trade here. As we were talking, it just took that trade here. So you can see how much money that this made here just in this illustration alone. So it's $930 on a 1 lot, not even taking consideration a 3 lot on 8 ticks.
Okay, wow, that's a huge swing.
Right, but this is something that you can be accustomed to. Now remember when I told you to turn the bot on? So I would have told you to turn the bot on here. So it would have went up, came down, and fired a shot here, and you would have been in the money. So this, for any account user, even if you're only trading 2 or 3 lots, you can see here of how effective the bot is. And I'm doing this real time here to kind of show you. Now, let me take this a little step further. I would have taken the money and I would have went flat up here. I would have probably went flat up here because, we don't know. It's not fair for me to draw these lines here because obviously I'm drawing it because I know that it's ending here. But at the end of the day, I would have probably taken profit if I was trading a 3 lot, probably, in here. I would have already done really well in here. So I would have hit flat. So what am I waiting for again? I'm waiting for it to find support. And this is why we have this here, because this is how we're able to really beat the market. So what we're telling you is, hey, it found support here. It's still green. Let's go ahead and turn the bot back on to the long side and let's watch it. We want to see the bot go up, and then we want to see the bot come back down and retrace back down and then really shoot up to the long side. That's what we're hoping it does. Now,
right, because you can see here, there's very little resistance. Look at the left side of the chart. I don't see any resistance there. So the probability of it going on a sustained up move here looks good.
Right. So a really good way to trade here would be not to talk about trading here, but if we wanted, if we wanted to really draw support, that would be a great target, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah. So if you really want to, and then you can apply any indicator that you want as well. So here, these are great targets here. So this is where the Market Ripper is amazing, and this is why we built in an intuitive functionality into automation. And this allows you on the fly to not look at any other monitor and really just take charge of your trading. This will take 20 years off of your life to learn how to trade. We're doing 95% of the heavy lifting for you. So let me erase these here. So I just did it, didn't I? 1 second. So let's just take this lower target here and let's just zoom back out. So, I'm going to call it a day here. I mean, let's just say we're trading at close. It's in the middle. It's after closing time here. So this is a really bad time to trade. But nevertheless, this is why price action is king, because it doesn't really matter really when you trade. As long as you have volatility, you're gonna win, specifically with Market Ripper. And this is how come I can say that. We have a target here. So as we engage Market Ripper, as we're drinking coffee, grabbing some lunch, our bot is armed here. We're armed to take this trade to the upside. Okay? And guess where we're going to take it off? We're going to hit our flat button here. Right in here, we'll probably hit our flat button. This is where I would suggest we don't need to be pigs with our trade or greedy.
Okay, I have a quick question. So can you clarify what the flat button does? Are you saying that it will exit the trade at your discretion without turning the bot off?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So when you hit the flat button, it will take your profits and bank it, but it'll allow the bot to still be armed. So why is that important? Well, when trading professionally, we have control. So this is why we have the background, and this is why we have our support and resistance levels. Because once let me go ahead and take this one off here. Once it breaks this new resistance level, what we want to see here is we want to see price come here, and then we want to see price retreat, and we want to see it this way. And where we want to see it next is going to be to here. So we would have already passed this. And when you pass your price here, that's when we go to, a much larger chart, obviously. And that's where technical analysis comes in. Do you need to do that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You don't need to do that. But what we're basically doing is telegraphing what you need to do. You have price here that's finding support. So could this price break down here? Could it just take off? Well, that would be fantastic. We don't care if it goes. See, that's the great thing about Market Ripper. We don't care if it goes here. But what we want to do is if it breaks support here and this background turns red, we don't really care. We just want to make money. We'll arm the bot to the downside here, and we'll rip profits down here. But what this does is it gives us complete control of our trades, but our money management, our entries, our exits, our targets, it's all done for you. So therefore, as a trader, you're looking at it from a 30,000 foot level, not getting into a trade here, moving your stop losses. Should I get in? Should I get out? The market's moving fast. You start getting those emotions involved like we all do, and it's very difficult to trade. And what happens is, even the best of us, yeah, we can trade for so long really good, but how effective can we trade throughout the day on multiple instruments every day of the week and not make mistakes? And that's where automation comes in. Just because you're a professional trader and just because you know how to trade doesn't mean that you can't benefit from automation. Automation doesn't take away your skill set. It just automates your skill set.
Okay, so I can see the value of this product. So basically what you guys have done here is that we have automated execution so that I cannot miss the trade. And you also basically give me the ability to, with these help these indicators, so we have the trend lines and the background colors, they tell me as the user when the most opportune times are to actually engage the bot. So in other words, it's basically the best of both worlds where I have full automation, but I also have indicators that basically take a lot of the guesswork out of price action and keep me on the right side of the market.
Well, yeah. So indicators for me, I personally don't trade in indicators. No professional that I know uses indicators. Indicators are lagging, and they just really just don't do anything for you for the most part. Okay, there are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, I can trade a line chart manually and be right 90% of the time, and that's what I can do. That's what most really good traders can do. But the reason why we have them up here is because we're utilizing them now in a different way. We're utilizing them as support resistance. The background is very high end. The data points that are built inside of its background are a lot more than one would think of what paints that background. So when we use our indications or these support and resistance lines with a high-end bot like Market Ripper, now it takes it to the next level. Now you can really drop the hammer on the market. And what it does is, and let's go to today. Let's just go to the morning today. And here's market open in the morning. So let's just see what the bot did in the morning. Okay, so a good time to turn the bot on. If you do want to trade it and not trade it this way and just leave the bot on, you can definitely do. Market Ripper is amazing. We have hours and hours of video on YouTube. We're the only company that I know of in this country or out that displays hours and hours of trades with one bot. And that is wise because we actually have true automation, no pun intended. So what we're going to do here is, let's say we turn the bot on a half hour before the market. So we're going to turn the bot on about 6 a.m. here. And let's say we turn the bot on at 6 a.m. Really good time to turn the bot on. It's in queue. This was this morning. And you can see what it did here. It just ripped the market apart, as it always does. And this is without us utilizing the long or short buttons here. Again, it kept you out of trouble. It ripped you to the upside again, and it took profits again. And you can see here that there's no losses. So by itself, can you leave it on? Absolutely, you can. You can crush the market. Let me just scan the market for you. This is a live market. You can see here how effective Market Ripper is. It destroys the market. You do not.
But I'm also, hold on. So I'm also looking at the timer below the chart. So for example, that swing, that occurred, looks like at about 10 minutes worth of time. So a lot of these trades last less than a minute. So trying to catch these by hand, I would have a very difficult time getting the orders filled without a lot of slippage and getting the target.
I mean, I've been trading for 14 years. I could have not done that either. And that was the next thing. That was my next point that I was about to make. So before, automation scared everyone is because it just traded, and people think that bots just trade. But when you actually use a bot with intelligence behind it and with a solid foundation, this is what you can expect. And again, we can leave the bot on and it'll still do fine. And let's just bring you to this section here. And let me just point you to something that no other company will point you to, is because they don't have the ability of doing this, but we do. So here's consolidation. This is an absolute mess to trade. But nevertheless, you're still making some money here. But this is just a mess to trade. And you can see here that if anybody was trading this, myself or anyone, started to trade that by hand, they would have lost thousands of dollars here trading a one lot or two lot. They would have got just killed. So Market Ripper, what it does is, even if you're not trading in the, I use this term loosely, the manual way of automation, this still keeps you in the game. You can see here that you're still making money in a horrible time in the market, because what you're doing is you're really waiting for the market to expand. And we're still not, we're mid-morning reversal here, and we're waiting for the market to expand, and look what it did. So the market expands.
Right. So basically, having automation doesn't remove my need to have basic trading knowledge and to be able to recognize a breakout. Because I mean, obviously, if I run this product during a consolidation, due to its execution speed and the reduced slippage, I'm able to still profit most of the time when I shouldn't be able to as a manual trader. But that being said, if I'm going to use this product the way it's intended to be used, I should wait for a consolidation. And
so
the trade, right?
Yeah, so a good thing to trade this. Again, I'm not trying to be repetitious here, but when you see a double top, this is a great way to trade it. So double top here, double top down below, it doesn't really matter. Draw a channel, and you wait for it to break. So let's say it broke here, and let's be fair. Let's say you would have turned the bot on here, following the rules that I just relayed. So you turn the bot on here. Yeah, you won money here, you won money here, but what you're really doing is you're making money here. Again, if you just follow the simplest rules, these are the 95% trades here. This trade right here, these are huge winners. So could you leave the bot on? Yeah, but why would you? Come up here, go flat, wait for yourself to have a double top or double bottom. And again, let me erase this.
Right. Why take low probability trades after the high probability trade? There's no reason for it. Just wait for another breakout.
This is how you become an amateur trader to a professional trader literally overnight if you just follow these really simplistic rules. And what do we have here? We don't have a double top, but we have somewhat of a double bottom down there. So now let's just bring the chart to the right side. Now you have a bottom here, like I just drew over here to the left. Now we're going to draw a channel. And what do? We're going to turn the bot on here. And remember I told you there's a 95% winner almost every time? Give me my money.
Right, that's one of my favorite trades as well.
Right.
The first continuation outside of a consolidation.
Yes, and here's the other one. And there's the stop and reverse. So it's just like an ATM machine. So once you hit this high probability trade and you're letting it run and it runs up and it stops and reverses, this is a good time in here to go flat and give yourself another opportunity to trade. You want to find another really good channel. See how it's kind of consolidation in here, consolidating in here. So we could have turned the bot on here. Yeah, and these are very short windows. But do you see how you wouldn't have took it a trade here? You know, if we really want to, trade granularly, you can trade that way. But again, this has to do with your daily goals. If you're trading here in the morning and you've already made your money, everything that I'm showing you here should be irrelevant. You should already not be trading. Another good.
Normally, I wouldn't trade mid-session anyways.
No, yeah, sure, and
because the volatility tends to dry up.
Right. So a good way to trade, like a great way to trade, would be okay. I'm going to trade in the morning. So let me trade about a half hour before, and normally a half hour before, I've already would have taken my profits for the day. So I would probably come back to the market, like once I've taken money from my instrument. So let's say I'm trading NQ and I took money before they open, I would leave it alone until mid-morning reversal. And then I can trade mid-morning reversal and I go right back again. And then I can trade the close. Now, I love trading Tokyo, so I would trade the Tokyo Open, see how well that did for me. So you can actually trade the best parts of the market. As soon as you hit your goal, you're done. In every market, you can have your own type of goal. Because just because you hit your goal in the US market doesn't mean that you don't have a separate goal for the Tokyo market. Now, if it already ran, now these are just, I'm getting a little bit more in depth in training, which I don't want to get into here. But if the market already ran 130 points or 130 ticks that day on ES, I would not be trading in the Tokyo or the London session, just because it moved a lot that day and I would let it shake out. So we have to still use our wits about us when we trade. We don't want to be cavalier. But that being said, Market Ripper will still keep you out of trouble if you did.
Okay, so this is like a phenomenal product. I definitely want to go with the E-mini version, but I have another question. So once I purchase the product, are there training videos? Do you guys offer? How does this work? How do I become acquainted with the product after I purchase it?
Right. So what you'll do is once you're already a pre-sale member already. So what you'll do is once you pay, you will receive a contract, and once you sign that, within about an hour, you'll receive your download and your licensed key. Once you receive your licensed key, you will be added to the dashboard as a member, as a full-fledged member. And at that point, all of your the software that you purchased will become unlocked. So now you will have access to the installation video and also an installation PDF. It's very easy to follow. You'll be able to set your bot up in probably, like, realistically less than about 3.5 minutes. You're locked and loaded. You're ready to go. Once you're able and gone through the installation, at that point you move forward through the dashboard, and then you will also have another PDF regarding the type of bars that we use, the bar sizes in correlation with each instrument, high, low, medium volatility recommendations you will have, and then also the basic knowledge of how to use the bot. Moreover, we have a plethora of videos on how to trade the bot, basically the mindset of the bot, the expectations of the bot, how to set the bot up, what we recommend for targets, what we recommend it for ranges, tick targets, and how we use the bot, and actually how we make money. Moreover, we have a multitude of videos that will take you through, a few hours of technical analysis. Now, do you need technical analysis to trade these software? Of course not. Do we want you to understand it? Absolutely. The better that you understand charts and technical analysis on, more of a lower level, at least mindset, the better off that you're going to be. And you're able to draw the proper support and resistance levels, and you'll be able to be, quite a bit more successful with it. Again, you don't need to know that, but we provided very expensive videos for free. There's a very the value of those videos are just as valuable as the bot is in regards to the cost. Those were years and years of information that we've gathered. Moving averages and support levels, time frames, what charts to use within our bots, all of that is within the videos that we have.
Okay, so basically, everything I need, like you cover the properties somewhat already, but you're saying that there's an in-depth overview of what all of the buttons do on the bot and how to use every one of the features?
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. And
dashboard?
no, absolutely. There's a video for everything. And I do know that the industry has videos for everything. Our videos are different. Our videos are how to literally use the systems and how to make money. We're expecting you to do very well with these bots. This is why we build them. And we want our clients to make money with them. But at any given time, if there is trouble with anything, the bots are very simplistic in regards to they don't really break down. The keys never really go bad. If they do, you just reach out to support and they get right back to you and fix whatever issue there is with the bot. But again, it's very rare for the bot not to work. And again, while we're talking about that real quick, because we did not cover that previously, is you can see here that the chart trader, our chart, and our functionality is built inside of NinjaTrader, so it's not a third-party add-on. This is very important to understand, is because when we're taking trades here, the trades are done within milliseconds. There's really no latency at all. And that being said, we did not cover slippage. So the money that you're going to save alone on slippage is thousands of dollars throughout the year, thousands of dollars. We're not waiting for a complete bar to close to get out of a trade. Our human eyes can't react as fast as a bot can. But being that TruTrade is built inside of NinjaTrader, you'll see here that the functionality, this is not a chart of ours, this is actually NinjaTrader. And you'll see here in the drop down that we have TruTrade built right inside of your chart. So at any given time, you can go to our website, look at other videos in the future and so forth, and you'll be able to access those from that panel here in the near future. But as you can see here, we are built directly inside of the NinjaTrader platform, which gives you...
I have a question. So sorry, my question was this. So except right now at TradeStation, is NinjaTrader the only platform you guys sell this on for currently?
The answer is no, but the only one that we recommend is NinjaTrader, and this is why. NinjaTrader platform is the only platform that allows our software to allow its full capabilities. All the other software that's out there, and I don't want to name any or bad talk anyone, and I don't have any affiliation with NinjaTrader, by the way. NinjaTrader is the only platform that allows our functionality to function in the way that we engineered it to. So yes, we really go as far as say, hey, if you don't have NinjaTrader, we wouldn't really want to sell it to you just because it would be an inferior way to trade if you're not trading with NinjaTrader 8 with our systems.
Okay, so can I just download NinjaTrader 8? Is it quick and easy to install?
Yeah, so NinjaTrader 8, you just go to NinjaTrader and just download it. It takes about 30 seconds. It's free. They give you about 2 weeks of free data, and it's very simple. So most of our clients, they purchase the automation. You're gonna simulate between 2 and 3 weeks anyway. We always recommend never to trade live. It doesn't matter how good or bad a bot is, you still want to understand the nuances of the bot. So even during that time, you're still going to want to trade simulation. So what most of our clients do, they purchase the bot from us, they download NinjaTrader for free, they're often running that day, and they're going through all of the videos, and they're simulating it. By the time they've actually purchased the data from NinjaTrader and move money over, they're already well into understanding the TruTrade software.
Oh, okay, so what you're saying is, right now I move my account over from TradeStation to Ninja, so while I'm doing that, I can download the platform free with their free live data and actually purchase the bot right now, install it, get familiar with it, practice simulating with it, so that by the time my new account is funded, I'm already ready to go, so I'm not wasting any time here.
Yes, that's exactly, and even if you had $1 million in your account now or 500,000. That's not how we would want you to trade. We would want you to simulate for 2 to 4 weeks. It's in all of our contracts. It's all throughout our website. And we would really want somebody, even if they have a lot of money, to possibly even start out with micros. And you don't need to, but we would recommend that. And then move on. We still, at TruTrade here, we really want to really underscore the fact that we really want all of our clients to really trade and respect the automation. It's a powerful automation. It works, but also this is not a race, right? We all heard that before. It's a marathon, not a race. We're not trying to just sell you.
I appreciate the honesty with it. But a lot of other companies I've talked to before, they're always telling me, yeah, just turn it on. Just basically encouraging irresponsible behavior. Whereas you guys are telling me, even though I'm not a new trader, I have price action trading experience, you're still advocating that I want to sit for at least a couple of weeks to make sure that I'm fully versed in how everything works in the product, because there's still obviously issues of hitting the wrong button.
Yeah, and I'm also advocating.
There's still a learning curve.
I'm also advocating a less expensive automation as well. So again, whether we have bots that go in upwards of $75,000 and upwards of 100,000. For us, it doesn't really matter what the client pays us. We all have money here. We all trade professionally. What matters is that the client receives the correct bot, and whatever that bot needs to be and the cost of it, then that's what it is. For instance, if I had a client that wanted to trade stocks and they had a multi-million-dollar account and they wanted to buy Market Ripper Pro, I would basically tell them no, because I would rather have no sale than to sell the wrong product for that particular type of client. For you, I wouldn't want you to spend any more money because the Market Ripper E-mini is by far the product for you. So as I went through all the plots and was explaining on how to trade it, let me show you how effective this is. So we're trading the NQ. The market's live here. We're going to go ahead and punch through. Let's just go ahead and show you the ES. That way it doesn't matter which instrument you trade, whether it's Forex, whether it's stocks. It's all very, very effective. Let me delete these here. and we'll go in the morning. Okay, so now that I showed you in Q real quick, let me just show you how well it works on, it doesn't matter any market that you want to use. Let's just jump to ES here. You can use Forex, stocks, or futures. They all work equally as well. I'm loading the bot here on the ES, and we'll just go to the morning hours. And this is just a great way to show you here. So here's the morning, mid-morning actually, and you'll see here that even in consolidation with the ES in a horrible place to trade, this is the mid-morning reversal time, there's almost no losses here. Let me take this off and I'll identify the losses here. You have a couple of losses right here. You have a small loss right here, and another tiny couple tick loss here. The rest of it, you're basically just butchering the market. We'll go to, here's London Open here, and about an hour before London, and I've traded London for years. I love an hour before London session, and and this is why. This is ES, and you can see here how well the ES trades. I mean, just look at this. Clean trades, almost no losses here. And the bot just does very, very well on the ES. It just does fantastic. We can punch over here to crude. And I haven't pulled these charts up yet. I'm showing you these organically to kind of prove a point here. Okay, so here's crude, about the worst time of day to trade, which you never want to trade this time of day, but that's okay. You really don't see any losses here. But let's just take you for crude pit open here. It's going to be right in here. Here's crude pit open right here. There you go, and right as they open, you can see what it does, and it just annihilates the market. It doesn't matter which instrument you trade. It just does very, very well. And when the market consolidates, when you find consolidation, you can get real granular with the market ripper, and you can just sit there and you can see your channels. And as soon as you identify a really good channel, you would turn your bot on after it breaks the channel, and again, you would have taken these trades up in here. It would have broke back into the channel, and you would have broken back out again. You would have armed the bot, you would have armed the bot right here, and again, you would have followed through with just amazing trades here. Whoops, sorry about that. Followed through with amazing trades here. And again, these are all wins. This is a current market, but you would have not been in there. Hopefully you would have not. You would have exploited this run here, exploited these. And again, you can just leave the bot on. And I do just want to reiterate, you don't have to trade this way with our automation. You can actually just leave the bot on, and you can see here how effective it just really is. Here, let's go to, I haven't showed you gold yet. So let's go to gold. And again, I'm just doing these on the fly. It doesn't really matter what I'm showing you. The results are going to be the same. Sorry for the delay there. I'm loading a bunch of data. Okay, so I haven't looked at gold today. Look at that.
Wow, this looks really good. So the bot makes a lot of money when volatility is high. That's obvious.
Yeah, so very, very good observation here. So, gold pit is, 5:20 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's 8:20 Eastern Time, and you can see here that when you actually follow the times and rules that you will be supplied, if you already don't know them, with all of the videos, but you'll see here that right there, 5:20 gold pit hour, you turn the bot on, and look at that. You are and this is just today, I'm not picking and choosing here. You'll see here that That's a lot of money. And just to kind of show you what we're talking about here, it's $2,100 per contract. So
yeah, you can, that was a very good morning.
Yes, this is a very good morning, but this is how you take advantage of good mornings. Now, how many mornings have you traded that you wish you took advantage of?
Well, that's the thing. Basically, this product, that's why I'm calling you guys to begin with. I want to be able to automate so that I don't miss these moves. So if I'm trading gold, I'm trading the ES, NQ, oil, whatever I'm trading, I'm able to not miss the move. Especially this early in the morning, if I wanted to be up and trade this time of day, I'd want to have automation so that I don't miss the opportunity. Because these once the train's left the station, you can't rewind the clock. You can't get back in that position.
Right.
So I can definitely see that it caught all of these trades, and that's the beauty of automation, is that not only is there no slippage or minimal slippage, but it's also not going to miss trades. That's my biggest problem, obviously.
Well, yeah, because here, let me show you something really quick. 1 second, let me show you something real quick. So here, the market's moving so fast, for you to actually calculate that, and let's just be fair here, I probably wouldn't have taken this last move here. But you can see here, if you haven't noticed it yet, I'm going to point this out. Do you see this real quick? It stopped and reversed there. So you took off 3 targets here, and then it stopped and reversed again. And then that move is what allowed us to make our big money. What they're doing here in the markets and institutions, which is why most people don't make money, is it's shaking you out here. It stopped and reversed to shake you out. But when you're utilizing momentum, price action, and volatility in your favor, and when you're able to build bots based around that foundation, it'll stop and reverse. We don't know if it's going to keep going up this way. Well, that's okay because it would have took that trade. But look what it did here. It didn't give back really any of your profits, and it stopped and reversed again, and then it took this huge move here. And these are massive moves. Now, I wouldn't have been in this trade here. I would have already been done. I probably wouldn't have allowed the bot to continue, to be completely transparent. I would have probably ended up somewhere in here. But you're still looking at a $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 move. And look what time of day is. This is Pacific Standard Time. So you're talking 9:45 a.m. and 6:45 a.m. Pacific Time, and you've already ripped up about $1,700. I mean, you're literally.
That's what I call it, market ripper.
And that's why we call it market rippers, because this is just a couple of lots. You do not need $50,000 to make a lot of money with market ripper. And the reason why you don't need a lot of money is because we're going to be right a lot more than we're wrong. And when we're wrong, I want you to understand something. When market ripper's wrong, we're only wrong by a little bit. You notice this here? We're only wrong by a little bit. We don't allow our account to just get hammered on. And here's another small loss here. It stopped and reversed right here, right in this section.
So when it's wrong, it will rapidly switch sides, so it stays on the right side of the market.
It'll rapidly switch sides if the algorithms agree for it to do so. So again, here you'll see, and here, let me find a spot for you that kind of illustrates that really, really well. And here's a really bad part of the market, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of showing you that, because that's what makes us. That's what makes TruTrade.
It's still viable even in those periods.
Well, you can see here. I mean, you can see here. These are live plots, so you can see here. It's more than viable. I mean, would I want you to trade this? Well, no, because we're not in the time to trade gold. So if you actually stick to the rules and trade here, now let's say you started off here. Let's say this was gold pit open here. What we would have done here. Okay, well, let's just erase everything, and let's say the day started off horrible. So let's just go ahead and identify a double bottom, which would be here. So let's follow this. So we would have armed the bot here, and it would have kept you in the game, not made nothing, not lost nothing. Yeah, you would have made a little bit of money here, but once it broke, that is almost, it's breaking through there, and it's knocking everybody's stops out, because everybody's stops is probably here. So they're shaking everybody out here, which is exactly what they did. But look what Market Ripper just did. So Market Ripper just came up here and just ate their lunch. So it shook everybody out here. You're already in the bot. Yeah, it kept you in. You didn't lose, didn't make. Yeah, you made a little bit there, but this is where Market Ripper shines. This is where we shine. So now you have $630 per contract. You took 1 or 2 off on 8 ticks, so you probably profited about $750 again right there. So if the market started sideways, you wait for...
That's just the one lot.
That's just a one lot. Yeah, so the Market Ripper is there for you to actually identify consolidation, identify the double top or double bottom, wait for it to break out, engage the bot. Okay, it kept its own, made a little bit of money here, and then boom. Now, if you're trading a $15,000, $20,000 account, you're trading 1 or 2 lots, you just had a very good day. Now, you can do this over and over and over again. It does not matter. Here, let's just take this example up here. I can do this all day. You have a double bottom here, double top. Okay, it's really trading in the zone here. It's really trading in the zone up here. So let's just key on that. What did it do here? We're going to turn the bot on here. It didn't go down, so we didn't go into a trade. It kicked on here. It stopped and reversed up here. It kicked on again, and this is where your 95% trade is. It's this one right here. It's really small. Most traders would miss that because that's what they want you to do. They want you to miss these trades. But this is the 95% trade right there that I keep talking about. Not this one, even though this one looked really good. But this is the trade, and they did it. They printed it really small for the average trader to miss. This one right here. And they do this all day long. That one right there. They want you to miss. Whoops, sorry, I overprinted that one there. They want you to miss this trade, but that's the trade of what Market Ripper shines on. Now, of course, you killed it there. You can actually go flat, or if you left the bot on, and then it just, now we're in business. But nevertheless, even if you didn't catch this one, this is what we're after. You can make tens of thousands of dollars on this trade alone. You wait for it to trade, you hit flat, and you're done. You trade it again, you identify it again, you turn it on, and you wait for it to run. There's your trade again. And this is how you go from an amateur trader to a professional trader. This is how you can dominate the market without a lot of risk, without having 20 years of knowledge. And this is what TruTrade provides. This provides a real way of really identifying areas in the market that you can exploit. A Market Ripper does the rest.
Okay, and what I also noticed, this is obviously a phenomenal product, but it seems to be universally effective regardless of what instrument you're showing me. I'm guessing that's because it's price action based. It doesn't really matter what you're trading.
Well, yeah. So all the banks move price, and they make it hold support, and they allow resistance to hold. So when the large banks move price, they're the only ones that know where they want price to go. So us as traders, we need to be able to exploit those moves and defend ourselves when they're trying to fake us out. So banks are they trade with algorithms, and algorithms are mathematical equations, and those equations have to be based around price action. Price action allows their algorithms to take trades when they want and when they don't want. So when we build bots to adhere to price action, momentum, and volatility, this is how we're able to build consistency in our platforms.
Okay, so basically you're selling me similar technology to what the big institutions use. And as a retail trader, I now have the ability to utilize the same or similar technology.
It's the same or similar technology, but it's more in the realm of how they trade. So as we understand how they trade, this is how we build automation to adhere to their trading style. And in this case, it's algorithms. So to trade and beat algorithms, we need to trade with algorithms. Now, what we did here was we took it a step further. Most people can't afford $25,000, $30,000 for a bot. And we also don't want traders to trade throughout the entire session. So what we did was we built in a mechanism that allows any level of trader to identify consolidation, turn on the bot, where it intuitively gives you these really solid trades here. And I don't mean these big runs, I mean these. So once you get really used to trading how we trade Market Ripper, your success will exponentially go up.
Okay, so how long have you guys been selling this technology to retail traders?
Oh, that's a good question. We've been selling our technology for about 7 years in the private sector. And in regards to the retail side, it's roughly about 18 months now, 17, 18 months at the present time.
Okay, so after I get Market Ripper, let's say I'm making a lot of money with it, I like the product, and I now want to move on to the next level, either with additional training or additional products. What would be the logical next step?
Again, another great question. Yeah, so we have a beautiful office next to the Apple Store in Scottsdale, Arizona, in the Scottsdale Mall. Again, it's right next to the Apple Store. It's a beautiful setting. Yeah, our clients fly in, and we're only about 10 minutes from the airport. They'll usually stay for the day or for the weekend. We have Friday and Saturday workshops. And those are all customized. So it just depends on the client, whether they're buying a quantitative bot network, whether they're buying multiple systems simultaneously and want to trade instruments, and if they want us to build a product from the ground up. So we have clients that do that as well. So it just depends on which level you would like to take it. And yeah, we would love to have you there.
Okay, wait, so you're telling me I can get a customized solution? If I want to come to the office, you actually can build something custom. Like I tell you what I want. For example, like I want a scalping bot or trend following or something like that, and you're telling me you have a team of people that can make that for me based off roughly what I'm looking for. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so again, another good question. So yeah, so once your initial client and once you've done real well with our products, and once you've really just understood that, hey, God, these bots just work fantastic. Once we have that type of relationship, and then you want to take your trading to the next level, this is above and beyond after you've already purchased the global, of course. And once you've made money, quite a bit of it, then yes, at that point, we would fly you in and we would spend a couple of days, 1 or 2 days to understand what you need. And at that point, we have quite a few automations in our arsenal, or we can build something from ground up. Just depends on, again, what you're trying to accomplish. But yes, we can build those from the ground up that are specific to your needs.
Okay, so I book a consultation, do I have to schedule something?
Again, this is down the road, but yeah, so we would put together a private package. Every package is different. It just depends on the trader. This is why automation and this is why indicators just don't work for everybody, is because they're not specific to the trader. So it's really important, and for me to reiterate here, is that it's important that we sell the right product to the client, and then if and when you do come in at a later date and we do build you something on the customized level, that we would basically be building it for you. So therefore, all the packages change for that reason. You know, you might just come in for 4 or 5 hours. We build something that's really high end, deliver it. You would have it in a few days, or you would come in for a few days and it might take, a week or 2 weeks to build really high end automation. And then, as you're coming in, we would deliver that as you're here on the second time. So a lot of times our clients will purchase the product up front, and then as we go to deliver it, the clients will fly in and we'll take them through a workshop for the product that we built for them.
Okay, excellent. So basically, you guys can allow me to basically push this as far as I want to go. So you're advocating I start out with the Market Ripper E-mini right now because I trade primarily NQ and ES. Once I'm proficient with that and start making a lot of money with that product, at that point, if I want to take it a step further and actually have a custom network built. I can schedule a consult. I can fly out there. You guys will sit down with me. You'll work one-on-one. You'll basically custom fit something, my specific needs.
Absolutely.
And then actually deliver that product.
No, absolutely. Everything will be thoroughly tested. And at that point, you will be part of, we have a different team of the company that would really basically make sure that everything is trading appropriately as far in regards to all the execution, in regards to your expectations. Again, that's down the road, but we basically really don't have any limitations. And I do mean that it's whatever the client needs, and we build it to fit their needs. Those price points are much more than what we're talking about here. But again, we would love to take you to that level, and we have the capacity to do so.
All right, that sounds great. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Market Over E-mini. And then after I'm familiar with that product, I'll go ahead and talk about that in the future.
Institutional grade trading software engineered for the retail trader.